and welcome to Postcards. Tonight I'm in Australia's northwest, an area that covers more than 1 million square kilometres of stunning scenery, bringing together the vast and rugged Pilbara, the tropical, colourful Kimberley and the spectacular coastline that borders these amazing regions. Coming up on the show tonight, I cruise out to scuba diving paradise, the Rowley Shoals, on board the luxurious Great Escape. Pip visits one of the Northwest's favourite holiday destinations, tropical Broome, and spoiling herself at Broome's top resorts. I enjoy another of the Kimberley's wet season adventures on the massive Ord River, and Matt discovers an oasis in the desert, Millstream National Park. With my scuba diving ticket and a few dives under my belt, I'm about to embark on a great escape that'll make any diver turn green with envy. I'm going to take you out to the Rowley Shoals, to one of the world's most pristine marine parks, for an absolutely unforgettable experience. But we aren't going to be roughing it. If you're going to sail almost 300 kilometres off the coast of Broome, creature comforts are a must. The Great Escape is 26 metres of absolute luxury. This fully air-conditioned catamaran is totally decked out with every modcon any self-respecting ocean traveller would hope for. Each of the 7 executive staterooms have their own en-suites, queen-size beds, flat-screen TVs and personal fridges. One thing that's essential on any cruise is good food, and especially when you've got a busy dive schedule, it's important to refuel so you get the most out of your underwater adventure. And let me tell you, every meal served up on the Great Escape is 5-star. You'll need to make sure you're up early to get your first glimpse of the shoals. The Great Escape has to navigate its way through a narrow channel into Clerk Reef, one of 3 coral atolls that make up the Rowley Shoals.
I've been actually operating for 25 years now out to the Rowley Shoals, but our company's been operating for 10, this is its 10th year now. And the Rowley Shoals to us is like having a holiday. All the crew really enjoy it. Fantastic place. Yeah, we also do the Kimberley coast. We do a trip once every now and again up to Ashmore, Scott Reef and Cardia and Sarangapatan.
Now, Chris, it's a pretty busy dive schedule, but what if your partner hasn't got experience as a diver?
Well, yes, as you've seen, the diving is very intense, and we try and get 3 or 4 dives in a day and a night dive. Now, if you don't dive, there's lots of snorkelling on offer. Clerk Reef has a place called the Aquarium, and that's an exceptional snorkel, really, really good. We do a fair bit of surfing, general dinghy activities, relax on the boat if you really want it.
Bit of sunbathing on the deck.
Bit of sunbathing, yeah, perfect.
This is Mermaid Reef. It's a national marine reserve, which means there's no fishing allowed here at all. But I'm told the best diving on the shoals is to be had right here, so let's see. Rising from the ocean floor by more than 400 metres, the atoll is a meeting point for 233 species of coral and 688 different types of fish. And with visibility up to 60 metres, every dive at the Rowley Shoals is guaranteed to be not only colourful, but also different. Adrian is dive master on board. How do you rate the Rowley Shoals?
Very high, actually. I've done a lot of diving around the world, and as far as coral reefs go, I would rate the Rowley Shoals as definitely the best for corals.
And why do you think people come all the way out here? I mean, it's not a short trip. It took us all overnight to get here. Well,
it's very unique, and it's definitely well known for one of the best dive sites in the world. Unless it's close nearby shore diving, everyone's got a little bit of a task to get out to.
Now, what are some of your favourite places to dive out here at the Rowley Shoals?
Mermaid Reef is probably my favourite atoll out of the 3. It's got a lot of chasms, gutters, and a lot of wall dives as well. So you can actually drop down to 40 metres, then come up, sit around the 18 metres and just see plenty of schooling fish, nudibranchs, turtles, all within the gutters, and you're out of the current, so it's quite easy diving.
Diving at the Rowley Shoals can be as challenging or as easy as you want to make it. The dive I'm about to do is at the cod hole. You can probably guess why that is. There's 3 giant potato cod that live down here, and with any luck they'll be waiting for me when I dive in the water. Unfortunately, today there wasn't 3 potato cod, but this guy certainly made up for that. In fact, he was a bit like an over-friendly dog, sniffing around looking for a treat. So you need to be careful your fingers don't get nibbled. Next on Postcards, I go boating in the wet on the mighty Ord, and Matt finds that the Pilbara springs to life in Millstream. Getting out to see the sights during the Kimberley's wet season can be a little hit and miss, depending on road and weather conditions. But there is one way you can enjoy the Northwest's spectacular gorges and waterfalls, and that's by boat. Today, Cam from Triple J Tours is going to take us up the Ord River to find some of those special spots. Kununurra is the ideal launching point for my hunt for the best Kimberley wet experience. With hundreds of waterfalls flowing in the area, you will need a little local knowledge. Cam, what's the highlight of this tour?
Without a doubt, during the wet season, the waterfalls are the main feature. The landscape's always spectacular up here, but you get every shade of green as the land transforms from that long dry season into the wet.
And what is the difference between the wet and the dry along the Ord River?
Well, the big things you notice is the colour of the water. The water, obviously, the more water that flows down through the Ord, the more murkier it gets. During the dry season, all the water flowing out of Lake Argyll has had the sediment come out, so it's nice and clear. But just the quantity and volume of water that flows down through here is nothing short of amazing.
Chris, how special is this? Not everyone gets to experience it, but you're a local, you live in Kununurra, so you get to enjoy this every weekend.
It's not a bad way to do it, is it?
Now, what's the difference between the wet and dry in terms of what you get to do on the weekends?
Look, most people who live up here are in the tourism industry in some way, so the tourist season keeps us all very busy. The wet season for us gives us a bit more time to relax and recoup and enjoy ourselves.
And have a bit of fun.
Exactly right.
As Chris would attest, the wet is the locals' favourite time of the year, with the breaking of the oppressive build-up pre-wet. It's a dramatic season with up to 1.4 metres of rain falling in the Kimberley. And January and February being the wettest months, there is plenty of water for even the biggest water babe. Kununurra is 3,000 kilometres away from Perth and a million miles from everyday life. A place like no other on earth. This is why you need to experience the Kimberley in the wet season.
Another of the Northwest's great self-drive experiences is the Rowley Way. It's an epic 2,500 kilometre journey, starting at Coral Bay and ending at Broome in the Kimberley. Along the way you'll see Exmouth, Carragini and 80 Mile Beach, but there's one more spot you just have to visit.
The twin national parks of Millstream Chichester are like the forgotten cousins in the family of big-name parks in the region. Everybody has heard of Carragini, so what is Millstream Chichester National Park? Chichester is 200,000 hectares of spectacular escarpments, lush waterways and spinifex covered hills that reach all the way up to Mount Herbert. It was once a working station, but today Millstream's wetlands and springs are an oasis in a parched desert. It's an important catchment area for the industrial centres in the Pilbara, so it becomes a delicate balancing act to maintain this untouched wilderness whilst quenching our industry's thirst for water.
So tell me, Scott, what makes Millstream such a unique national park?
I guess we're standing right at it, Matt. So we're standing in it's a very important spring-fed area, wetlands in the Pilbara, and it's quite a large wetlands. It incorporates the Fortescue River and incorporates these wonderful springs which you can see at Chindawarrina Pool here. It's basically an oasis in the desert, so there's not too many places like this in the Pilbara.
Is it easy enough to get out here and visit?
It is now. There's a sealed road almost all of the way out to Millstream from Karratha, so it's only about 40 kilometres of gravel to get to Millstream from Karratha now.
How good is this, mate? You in there, it's nice and hot, and then you come down here and you wouldn't expect to find this water, would you?
No, look, this is an amazing place, deep reach and a huge pool and a wonderful place to be on a hot day.
There's lots of places to park your camper van, caravan or pitch a tent. And when you have settled in for the day, there's kayaking, swimming, sailing or just floating your cares away.
So if you do take the time to visit Millstream, remember the winter months are the best time to come, because in the summer the temperatures can rise above 40 degrees and the storms can wash the roads away. But if you are here in the heat, don't worry, there's plenty of ways to cool down.
After the break, Pip goes to town in search of luxury and the hottest deals in the northwest.
From the moment you step off the plane at Broome Airport, you're on Broome time, and that means nothing is rushed. The only thing that should be on your agenda is soothing your mind and body, and I'm the lucky gal who gets to show you the best places to stay so you can achieve total calm. Cable Beach Club Resort and Spa has accommodated many of the world's rich and famous for a lot of good reasons, and I'll show you all of them.
People have always heard of Broome, not so many people get to travel here, and those for the first time travellers are just awed by what's available in this town and the resort.
Cable Beach Club is the kind of resort you don't have to leave. It has 3 restaurants and 2 pools, a family fun pool and a more secluded pool that's an adults-only oasis. The resort has a range of accommodation options, from the gorgeous garden view studios through to the private villas. Now, I have something to show you. I have my own courtyard with my own private plunge pool, and should I need anything, I've got my own valet. Here, there's only one kind of appointment you need to make. This is Chahoya Spa. Here they offer an incredibly diverse array of pampering and relaxation treatments designed to improve your physical, mental and spiritual well-being. Now today I'm having a treatment with Rhiannon, and I don't exactly know what it is, but it is fantastic. Rhiannon, what are you doing?
Today we're doing the fusion stone massage, where we massage you with river smooth warm stones to melt away muscle tension.
Whatever it is, you guys, it's amazing. After a day of serious relaxation, there is just one thing left to do, and that's to come to the Sunset Bar for a drink and to watch the sun paint Cable Beach the most glorious shade of gold. I mean, have a look. It's beautiful. If you want to have an overseas-style holiday without the stress of passports and changing money, then check into Broom's Bali High Resort. I'm with Andy Gydra, the owner of Bali High Resort and Spas. It's a beautiful, beautiful space you've created. What was the concept behind the creation of the Bali High Resort and Spa?
Just to bring a bit of Bali to Broome.
Andy's concept is a simple one, but they've gone to a lot of effort to create a Balinese feel. The suites are beautifully decorated and feature 2 showers, one inside and one outside. There's also a tranquil spa. Here, the therapists offer massages, facials and Vichy showers. Pearls are such a huge part of Broome. They're incorporated into everything, even the spa treatments. This is ground mother of pearl, and Anthea here is using it to exfoliate the skin of my hands. The treatment is called the Passion of the Pearls.